Hi, I'm John from Chatbot, and in this video I will explain how you can create a Microsoft Teams chatbot without writing a single line of code. I will show you how you can automatically reply to standard questions such as when are the holidays and what is the Wi-Fi password. And we will also set up a complete chatbot flow for requesting vacation time. Let's dive in. So the first thing that we need to do is that we need to go to Xenioo. And Xenioo is the chatbot builder that I'm going to use in this tutorial. So I will just go to Xenioo and I will also add this link in the description. And what is really great about Xenioo is that it is an omni-channel chatbot builder. And this means that you can create one chatbot and publish it on a lot of channels such as Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and also Microsoft Teams. So in this tutorial, I'm only going to show you how to set it up for Microsoft Teams, but just know that you can really easily publish it on a lot of other channels. So what you need to do is just click on sign up, and then here you can fill in your account information and then click on this button. But I already have a Xenioo account, so I will just click on sign in. Then I will fill in my account information and click on sign in. So if you created chatbots with Xenioo before, you see a complete overview of all the chatbots that you created. So you just need to click on create new bot, and then Xenioo automatically creates a new bot for you. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is how we can automatically reply when someone is asking a standard question. And the first thing that we are going to do is create an automatic reply when someone asks what the Wi-Fi password is. So what we're going to do is add a new behavior, and the behavior is another way for a chatbot flow. So a behavior in Xenioo is just a chatbot flow, but they have a different name for it. So click on this one. We want to add it to the current bot. And then here on the right side, we can adjust the settings. So we are going to give it a good name. So we just name this Wi-Fi password and then click on save. And we will keep this one very simple. So we'll just tell them what the Wi-Fi password is. So in this case, I would just click on this text bubble and then I will say the Wi-Fi password is, and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this will be really simple, but this doesn't do anything yet. It doesn't reply to anything. So if you want that you automatically reply to certain phrases, then we need to set up a global bot operation. So here we have the view global bot operations. So you need to click on this, and then we need to click on add bot operation. And then we need to choose the text parse. So then if you scroll down, we can set up the control expression. And the control expression is the word that you want to automatically reply to. So in this case, we want to automatically reply when someone says Wi-Fi password. So then we say Wi-Fi password, and the target variable doesn't really matter in this case. So I'll just set it to last user message. It's like a default variable in Xenioo. And then we will set the behavior to Wi-Fi password and the interaction to start interaction. It could also be the case that you want to reply to multiple keywords, and then we need to add this in Xenioo, and what this means, this element, is an or. So now you can say we want to reply to Wi-Fi password, or we want to reply when someone says password for Wi-Fi. And then you can add a lot of different keywords. So now we can also say, for example, great or hello, and then it will also reply to great or hello. So I will just remove this because it doesn't make any sense, but just to explain how this works. So then we can click on save. And now the best part about Xenioo is that you can test this out inside the Xenioo interface. So when you click on preview your bot on the right side, we can click on start preview. And then we can say Wi-Fi password, and automatically replies, and we can say password for Wi-Fi, and it automatically replies. So then you see that this chatbot flow is working. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to set up a flow where someone wants to request a vacation. And when someone asks to request a vacation, then we're going to ask 3 simple questions, like when does the vacation start, how many days do you want your vacation to be, and what is your email. So again, we will add a new behavior, and we will change the name of the behavior to request vacation. What we will then do, I'll zoom in a little bit, is we will put this down and we will clone this start interaction. We will set it to yes, and then again we will copy this start interaction and we will set this one to no. And I already do this because we need this later on in my tutorial. So we are going to start with a really simple question, and that is, do you want to request a vacation? So we can click on add new action, then we go to cards, and then we are going to select the carousel template. And here we are going to enter the card title. So the card title will be, do you want to request a vacation? And the subtitle will be, just click one of the buttons below. We're then going to do is we're going to add a new button. This will be a post back button. And we will set the text to yes. And then we're going to add the operation. And the operation will be go to bot interaction. And that will go to the yes that we just created. Then click on save. So what this will do is it will ask if someone wants to request a vacation, and then it will show a button, the button yes, and when someone clicks on that button yes, it will go to this part of the flow. But we also need to add a no button, so again, click on add button, post back, scroll down, the button text will be no. We're going to add an operation, which will be the go to bot interaction, and we will set it to the interaction no, and click on save. So what our chatbot now will do is it's going to ask, do you want to request a vacation? If they say yes, we're going to this block. If they say no, we are going to this block. And I will just remove this default text. So if someone doesn't want to request a vacation, then we can say, okay, no worries, and that will be the end of the flow. And if they do want to request a vacation, we need to ask the 3 questions, like when does the vacation start, how many days, and what is your email. So what we're going to do now is we're going to copy this again, and we are going to clone this 4 times, because we need 4 extra elements in the future. So the copy, I'll just zoom out a little bit, and the copy. So before we're going to create the rest of the flow, I'm also going to structure this out. So here I will ask for the date. Here I'll set it to ask many days. And here I'll set it to ask email. So we're going to ask, do you want to request a vacation? And when they say yes, we're going to ask when they want their vacation to start. So we're going to click on this text and we're going to change it to when do you want your vacation to start? Please put the date in the following format. And I'm going to use this format for now. And then what we need to add is a new action. We need to go to input, and then we need to select generic input. And then we need to set a control expression. So I'm going to paste this control expression here, and I will also add this control expression in the description of this video. But what this expression does is that it checks whether they put this format in as the date input. So if they say something else which is not according to this format, then the chatbot will say the wrong user input reply. So then we're going to say, sorry, but this doesn't look like a date. Could you try it again and put the date in this format? And then we're going to allow 3 wrong answers before the chatbot gives up. And when they gave a successful user input, then we're going to ask many days. Also, we need to set the target variable. So if they give a good response, then we want to set it up in a separate variable. So we're going to create a new variable, which is called start vacation. And then we're going to hit save. So I just made a small mistake. We can just remove this one because we're already asking for the date here. And now we're going to ask how many days they want to be on vacation. So again, we're going to change this bot message and we're going to say, how many days do you want to be on vacation? Just reply with a number such as 5. Click on save. And then we're going to add a new action. Go to input, and we need to scroll down until you see number input. Then the minimum value will be 0 and the maximum value will be 100. And the target variable will also be a new variable. So we're going to say to vacation days, add that new variable. And if they give a wrong input, then we're going to say, sorry, but this doesn't look like a number. Could you try it again? And then when they give a successful reply, we will go to the next part, which is asking for their email. So we will going to click on save. And this will be the last part. So then we're going to say, thank you. What is your email? Click on save. Then add a new action, input, scroll down, and then email address input. And the wrong user input reply will be, sorry, but this doesn't look like an email. Could you try it again? And then we need to add a new interaction. So I'll just set it now for the start interaction and click on save. What we need to do now is add a new interaction. So you can do that by clicking on the puzzle icon here. And we will name this interaction confirmation. Click on save. So we're going to connect this email input to the confirmation and click on save. So the last thing that we need to do is change the text of the confirmation and actually send an email to someone within your company to handle this vacation request. So now we're going to change this text and we're going to say, thank you for your request. We will send it to HR and get back to you as soon as possible. Click on save. And then we're going to add a new action. Go to integration and then scroll down until you see send custom mail message. And here you can set the recipient. So I will just type in info@Chatbot. The subject will be new vacation request. And the message body will be, hey Joran, there is a new vacation request. Here's the information. And then we can click on this pen icon and then we can actually select the variables that users have put in our Microsoft Teams chatbot. So now we can say start vacation. Then we need to go to runtime, input. Then if you double click on start vacation, it will automatically insert inside this text. So this for start vacation, number of days will be vacation days, and email will be user email. And then we're going to say enjoy your day. We're going to click on update the text, and then we're going to click on save. So this is the complete flow for requesting vacation. So what it will do is it will ask if someone wants to request a vacation. Then if they say yes, then we're going to ask, okay, when do you want your vacation to be? They need to input a date, and we will also check if they input a date, if that's a correct date. Then we're going to ask how many days they want to have vacation, and we're going to ask for their email, and eventually send a confirmation and send an email to someone within your company. So there's just one thing left that we need to do, and that is reply to a certain word. So again, we need to go to global bot operation, then click on add bot operation, click on the text parse, and then we're going to reply to vacation. The target variable will be last user message, and the behavior will be request vacation and will be the start interaction. And then click on save. So now that we created the chatbot, we can connect it to Microsoft Teams. So now I am in Microsoft Teams, and then we need to go to apps and then search for App Studio. Click on it, and then we can say add. And then if you click with your right mouse on it, you can pin this. And what this will do is that it will automatically appear on the left bar in Microsoft Teams. So what we now need to do is that we need to create a new app. So we're going to click on this one, and we're going to say it is the Chatbot chatbot. Then we're going to generate our own app ID. The package name is, I will just put in some nonsense because it doesn't really matter for this one. So it will be Chatbot, and the version will be the first version. Then we'll enter a short description, chatbot of Chatbot. And you need to fill all this information because we're creating a new app. And we also need to fill in our company name and our website. And we're going to need to add some URL to our privacy statement and to the terms of use. But I will just fill in the name of my website, that will be enough. And that will be it. And then we need to go to bots and click on setup. And the name will be Chatbot chatbot. Then I will click this one so it supports uploading and downloading files. And the scope will be personal, team, and group chat. So click on create bot. And now our bot is created. So what we then need to do is that here we have an ID. So we need to copy this ID, and then we need to go back to Xenioo. Then we click on publish, go to Microsoft Teams, and this is where you need to paste this value. So we're going to paste the bot ID here. Then we go back, and then you also see that we need an endpoint. So this endpoint is here the messaging endpoint that we get from Xenioo. So we'll just put that over here. Then it checks whether it's a good endpoint, and it checks it, and it is a good endpoint. And then, as you can see now, all of a sudden the app passwords appear. And sometimes it doesn't appear, which is pretty weird, but what you need to do is just click over here or click over here, and then it will appear. So then we will click on generate new password. Then we're going to copy this password. We'll go to Xenioo, paste it over here, click on save. And here we're going to click on OK. So in Xenioo, we will hit publish. And then you will see that it is published successfully. So if we go back to Teams, Then we need to go to test and distribute. Then we need to click on download, because we're going to download our bot to a zip file and then upload that zip file in the apps directory. So just click on download. And then if we go to apps, click on manage your apps, then we can upload the app to the catalog of our organization. I will just select the right file, which is Chatbot zip. And then we can click on this and click on add. And now it is added to our Microsoft Teams. So now if I say Wi-Fi password, the chatbot automatically responds with the Wi-Fi password is 12345, etc. But we can also say request vacation. And then you see that it doesn't recognize the request vacation. And this is because we only set it up in Xenioo here. You can see that we only set it up for vacation. So this means that it needs to be an exact match. So if we're saying request vacation, it doesn't work. But if we say vacation, then it responds with, do you want to request a vacation? Then I say yes. When do you want your vacation to start? Then I say this date. How many days do you want you to be on vacation for? What is my email? Oh, it's the wrong email. This is the right one. And then said, thank you for your request. We will send it to HR and get back to you as soon as possible. And then if I go to my email, so just go to Gmail. Then you automatically see that I get a new email from Xenioo saying, hey Joran, there's a new vacation request with all the information I just filled in my Microsoft Teams chatbot. And that's it. That's how you create a Microsoft Teams chatbot without writing a single line of code. If you have any questions on how you can create a chatbot on Microsoft Teams, please leave a comment below and I will reply as soon as possible. If you want more videos on how you can use chatbots in your marketing, please subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't done this yet, also click the like button below.